Eden Zero is back, and we don't start off with the backstory. Nope, no flashback. That happens at the end of the chapter. That kind of ticked me off a little, but alright, starting at the beginning. Back in the medical ward with Pina, she seems to be unaffected in all cases. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her. Even her ether levels are normal, which means she just most likely fainted because of reasons I actually don't know. It probably is just the stress. It's weird to think that an android could feel stress, but there you go. Witch is still doing her job monitoring the situation when she alerts everyone that there are multiple heat signatures heading their way. So yeah, they're under attack by the Eden Zero. And unfortunately for them, it is a fuck ton of dragons, and they are heading straight towards them, all led by Agnolia. I gotta say, this version of Agnolia looks more reptilian than the other one did. Like, the last one looked very much like a cyborg. This one looks like she decided to fuse a dragon, herself, and android parts together. I gotta admit, it does look cooler than the original version. But yeah, the reason why she was able to find the Eden Zero so easily is apparently her androids can smell in space. That's right, they can smell in the vacuum of space. Then again, Superman can hear in the vacuum of space, so sure, why not? They fire at the dragons, it does absolutely no damage, because they didn't load up anti-dragon rounds. They have to develop an anti-dragon round that they developed in the last world, load it into the Eden Zero's cannons, and then fire it. As you can imagine, this means the crew then has to stall until all of that can be done. So they all start heading to their pods, except for Valkyrie, who once again can just survive in the void of space because she's an android, decides to jump right out, and instead of fighting the dragons, her plan is to go straight for Agnolia and kill her. I mean, that would be the most efficient way to do things. She ends up getting cut off by Brigden, who actually looks like himself in this version, because we've seen 3 versions of him, and the first one looked like just a big hulking dude, the second one looked like a lion, and this one just looks like a human being, just really bulky. So yeah, he finally got to be a normal person. It just took, you know, being in Universe Zero to do it. The crazy thing is, he seems to be stronger in Universe Zero than he was in the last universe, because he's kicking Valkyrie's ass. And Valkyrie already showed she's stronger than Homeru, who in turn beat Brigagon in the other universe. So just by basic math, this version is way more powerful. So, since everyone bailed from the ship into their small ships to take on the dragons, basically only the Shining Stars and Moscow are left on the ship, and they get boarded. Of course they do. Their entire system gets hacked, which most likely would be Hermit's counterpart. So yeah, Killer is most likely messing with their systems. The thing is, Hermit already proved that she's a better hacker than Killer in the last universe. But just like how Bergenheim might be stronger, this Killer might be a better hacker. I'm not sure. It's really hard to tell, because being stronger is one thing, you just get better upgrades. But is he smarter than the last universe's version? I don't know. I don't know if that's how that works. Because they're hacking the Eden Zero, Wizard is able just to walk straight into Witch's room right behind her. He introduces himself and basically declares that he's going to kill her. And this is where it gets even more depressing, because we finally get to see the flashback. Well, part of it again, at least. So, 20,000 years in the past, Brigadine and Valkyrie know each other, which we already knew that based on other flashbacks we saw. And they're currently talking with each other. Valkyrie's looking at a photo on her phone, and he asked, who's that man with your 2 friends? And she reveals this is Leonard, which is a weird name, because it's either Leo or Leonard, but Leonard is a weird name. Leonard is, of course, Wizard, and Valkyrie basically says that this man is Witch's fiance. So yeah, the Eden Zero, or Void, whatever, sent Wizard to kill his own wife, which is really fucked up. But what's even more fucked up is there's a high possibility that we're still not going into the flashback. We're just seeing this part just to understand the relationship between Wizard and Witch, and that's it. We are most likely going to go back to the present and continue on with the story where Witch and Wizard are fighting each other, now that we know that they're, you know, married. Okay, that would suck. I really want to see this flashback. Just show us the flashback. Don't get me wrong, I think it's really interesting to see all the fighting going on, but when it comes down to it, lore is more interesting to me than fighting. I am happy to wait on the fighting. I can wait like 4 or 5 chapters. Show me the flashback. But yeah, I guess we're gonna have to wait another week or more to see the flashback. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give a thumbs up so you enjoy more Eden Zero and other of my things. Thank you, and have a great day.